Friendships naturally come with ups and downs. When facing conflict in friendships, friends may experience relationship tensions or pressures. There are two types of relationship tensions. Let's look at the first one we will discuss. Internal tensions are stressors that occur between members of a relationship and their interactions. Some examples of this include relational dialects, diverse communication styles, and sexual attraction. Internal tensions are personal pressures that influence the relationship or friendship. Relationships can have degrees of security. They can be stable and perfect. They can be unstable with exploration of new closeness. Or they can drift apart. Let's take a look at two best friends. Matt and Sarah have been best friends for a couple years, but as they age and grow in closeness, new feelings start to emerge. Sarah and Matt feel guilty about their sexual attraction to one another. They don't want it to ruin their friendship. However, their feelings are not out of the ordinary. According to an article by Camille Chatterjee in Psychology Today, 62% of people in a study about cross-sex friendships said that they experienced romantic/sexual feelings for their opposite gender friends. Women were more likely to view this as a barrier/inconvenience in their friendships. Furthermore, women said that their least favorite aspect of male-female friendships/working relationships was sexual tension. With these new feelings comes new challenges. Do they accept the feelings? Are things going to be awkward? If they become a romantic couple and then break up, will their overall friendship be irreparable? There could be awkward shifts and it could change everything. The only way to find out is to take the hard step and confess her feelings to Matt. Now let's look at external tensions. External tensions are relationship stressors that originate outside the relationship. Friendships exist within a vast social system. This system can help foster the relationship, or it can lead to its demise. While the system impacts the relationship, it is not the deciding factor. Personal history and commitment play an important role, as we will discuss. One of these social pressures is competing demands. Let's explore that a little more. When warm and fuzzy feelings fueling the relationship don't always last, and the warmth you feel fades to indifference with minimal effort to work on said relationship. Let's look at Sarah and her friend Abby. Sarah and Abby have been ride or die from childhood, through high school, and now in college. They're here, they're roommates, and they're struggling. Abby's branching out and making new friends, even going to clubs she had dismissed pre-college. Sarah, on the other hand, is just trying to make it day by day and doesn't understand Abby's choices. We see the dilemma of the two friends' worlds separating. It's difficult to process and come to terms with. It's not like before college when they did everything together with the same tastes. Sarah's different. She's struggling to adjust and isn't bright and sunny. She's a storm cloud of emotions, while Abby's bright and sunny with her new friends. Abby is not the person Sarah knew, nor is Sarah. They are in a new, challenging environment and are changing as separate people. As much as they both want this friendship to stay the same, it's fading. And as much as they want to save it, they just find more ways to avoid it. The fade away and purposeful avoidance strategy were the most common ways people dissolved their friendships. It would be easier to avoid each other if they were countries apart, not 6 feet from each other as roommates. Now, we know breakups with this avoidance style are inevitable in any relationship. However, it's the things in between that are worse. Sometimes we don't know our own brains, even as college students. According to a 2021 study by Eureka Antonia, college friendships are a multifaceted system of conflict dynamics counterbalanced by the adolescent mindset. But we are able to change and make that child grow with good styles of communication like compromising and collaborating, the relationship can grow and survive. But other times, if one or both sides aren't ready, it can lead to more conflict. Psychologically, these initial small conflicts and emotions add more to the problem as they grow. If your stress levels are not managed, you could be at an increased risk for developing stress-influenced physical and mental health conditions, such as acne, anxiety disorders, burnout, depression, and diabetes. Easygoing goes out the window and mental illness comes in. A 2022 article written by Dr. Elizabeth Scott stated, "Unresolved conflict can create tensions at home or at work, can erode the strength and satisfaction of relationships, and can even make people feel physically sick or in pain." Starting the conversation can be daunting, but the impacts can be rewarding. There are many things to consider and put into practice when going into a discussion. Use I statements to take responsibility for how you feel and to get a deeper understanding of the problem. For example, say, "I feel frustrated because you put the dishes in the sink instead of cleaning them," instead of only saying, "You didn't clean the dishes." Be an active listener. This means listening with your full attention and not trying to form a response as the person is speaking, but taking in their words. Consider the timing of when the conversation should be placed. Take consideration of both parties and start when you are both in a good place mentally. Apologies are also an essential form of communication and conflict resolution. When planning an apology, it's important to understand that apologies are often accompanied by an expression of remorse, signifying regret or guilt for committing a specific wrongdoing. The mere occurrence of an apology may not ensure the success of an apology, but the appropriate timing and place of an apology are important. By implementing these communication strategies, friends can better navigate conflict or avoid it altogether. Although friendships are subject to both internal and external pressures, dealing with these tensions doesn't have to cause stress or strain on the relationship. As mentioned above, understanding these pressures can make the difference between saving or destroying your friendship.